Look at oh my God.
Are you saying a few words? Okay. You ready for us? Yeah. I'll go with Father and Phil. And then whoever will come on in, I'll go after him. I don't know what the format is. Is this about 5-minute thing? You can cheat. You cheat, man. We got a lot of money. All right. I'm so proud and so glad to be here, and I just wanted to share with you my short Black Panther story. In 1968, I was the Minister of Education of the Black Panther Party in Detroit. Why did I become a member of the Black Panther Party in Detroit? Well, some of you know the history of Huey Newton. Huey Newton was born in 1942. I was born in 1941. We're the same generation. Why did Huey Newton form the Black Panther Party, and why did I join the Black Panther Party? Well, we have to know something about the 40s, 50s, and 60s. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, Huey and I grew up under American apartheid system. All through our teens and 20s, we lived under government-sanctioned segregation. I was born in Tennessee, but my family moved to Michigan in 1943. Under the apartheid system, we were housed in a government-sponsored, racially segregated housing units. My point is this: whether we're in the South or the North, there was legal segregation in the South and practical segregation in the North. So I know segregation firsthand. And during that period, what we experienced in that generation was humiliation and degradation in every aspect of life. Growing up in Detroit, what you had is police. Was police there to serve and protect? The police was a patrol or containment. Put us under surveillance. And the schools we went to, I went to a school that was predominantly white. They had a tracking system. Virtually, now in the tracking system, you usually place on the track based on your proficiency in math and English. The white students took a test and were placed on a corresponding track. Smart track, average track, dumb track. We black students, I don't remember taking any placement tests. We were automatically labeled as dumb, put on the low track. In high school, with my rising consciousness and the very racism that I experienced, I figured out that I had to educate myself. When I went to high school, I made out a schedule, and I sort of signed up at algebra, biology, and rigorous courses. My counselor, white Anglo-Saxon, looked at the schedule I made for myself and looked at me. He said, there's a mismatch. Algebra, he crossed that out. Biology, he crossed that out. He put me in a set of Mickey Mouse courses. The typical reaction of black students at that time was, hey man, that's cool, I don't have to work. So instead of getting encouragement, black students got discouragement. And what they did is exploit the naivety and trickle down mentality of many of the black students. This pipeline, there was a pipeline coming out of high school. If you finish high school, you want to go to a menial job and sign up for the military, or you're headed to a prison. Okay, this is just my background, and I went through high school as very, very angry. At age 19 in 1960, I joined the Student Athletic Coordinating Committee. So I became active, and I became active on the basis that many of my generation, you knew we experienced that. Everybody that generation, and we were ready for action. These 12 black students in North Carolina, when they said that we are not going to live in the same kind of conditions and societies as our parents. You have to remember that Herbert P. Newton, his great-grandparents were enslaved. My great-grandparents were enslaved. That's how close we were for slavery. And then going through that slavery, we're living through the period of segregation. So we were really angry, and basically taking up the gun was not something far-fetched. Right? So you got to understand, basically, the mentality of many of the blacks who became radical and militant. When I was back in Detroit, the Panthers was formed in 1966. In 1960, when I was a college student, I was the chair of the Black Student Union Black Student Organization at North State University. And we began, the reason why we became radicalized, not only in terms of what was happening domestically, but here you had, after the Second World War, the rise of black liberation movements in Africa, the rise of liberation movements in Asia and Latin America, and basically, we put white supremacy at every single level on notice, right? That we are not going to go into the future and experience what our forebears have experienced since Columbus invaded the Americas and imperialism and colonialism spread across. So I know I'm going off, but I just wanted to, and there's more details and more things that I want to say. But one thing I have to say that was brought out about the image of the Black Panther Party that a lot of people don't know. And they go, once they know this, they can understand the kind of various programs that Panthers have. Did you know that over 60% of Black Panthers were women? I know. Did you know that the ex-administrator of the Black Panther Party was under women's leadership? Sweet brothers and sisters, I just wanted to make sure, I know, that I'm looking for boogie woogie is, I'm getting in the way of boogie woogie. So, the brothers and sisters, here's what I want to say. The Panthers understood the micro and macro connection. The Panthers were anti-imperialists. Right now, we're sitting here when genocide is happening in Gaza, in Palestine.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction about where I'm getting this award. I did not expect those kinds of words because most of the time what we do, particularly as Black women, is to